They call themselves brothers, bound by ritual, secrecy, and loyalty that lasts a lifetime. For most of us, they are invisible, hidden behind locked doors, secret handshakes, and oaths of silence. But their stories are older, stranger, and darker than most would ever imagine. Now we take a step into their world, a world of ancient halls, coded rituals, and whispered power. These are the fraternities and secret societies with dark origins and hidden secrets. Skull and Bones, Yale, USA. Our story begins at Yale University. Behind a windowless sandstone building, known simply as the Tomb, sits Skull and Bones. Founded in 1832, only 15 students are chosen each year. Inside, they take an oath of loyalty that binds them for life. The rituals are said to involve coffins, human skulls, simulated death, and rebirth. According to rumor, initiates share their deepest secrets as a form of psychological control. The list of members reads like a political dynasty. George H.W. Bush, George W. Bush, John Kerry, Henry Stimson, William Howard Taft. Many later became presidents, senators, and directors of the CIA. Whispers claim the group exerts unseen influence through banking, intelligence, and policy. Some conspiracy theorists even link Skull and Bones to the creation of the CIA itself. To its members, it is a society of friendship and service. To outsiders, it looks more like a breeding ground for power. Scroll and Key, Yale, USA. Not far from the Tomb of Skull and Bones stands another secret building. This one belongs to Scroll and Key. It was founded in 1842 by students who broke away from Skull and Bones. Scroll and Key has always been quieter. It rarely appears in headlines. No scandals. No leaks. Just silence. Among its rumored members are journalist Fareed Zakaria, diplomat John Hay, and philanthropist Henry Luce, founder of Time magazine. Many members have served in foreign service and intelligence. Conspiracy circles suggest that Scroll and Key operates as Yale's true link to the State Department. Where Skull and Bones is theatrical, Scroll and Key is strategic. Its motto is said to be Yale for God, for country, and for Yale. But some say its reach goes far beyond the campus. Delta Kappa Epsilon, Yale, USA. Delta Kappa Epsilon, or DKE, began at Yale in 1844. It expanded rapidly, spreading to Harvard, Princeton, and across America. Its rituals remain secret, drawn from classical and Masonic influences. But DKE became famous for something else. The number of powerful figures it produced. Presidents Theodore Roosevelt, Gerald Ford, and George H.W. Bush all wore its letters. While Skull and Bones hides in secrecy, DKE lived loudly. Their fraternity houses are known for elite parties, power connections, and controversy. Over time, its image darkened with reports of violent hazing and secret initiation rites. Some believe DKE served as the public front of a deeper Yale network that quietly fed America's elite into government and industry. A brotherhood that has never truly lost its influence. Theta Nu Epsilon, Wesleyan, USA. Theta Nu Epsilon was born in 1870 and immediately went underground. It called itself the Black Chapter. Members wore black robes and used skulls and Greek symbols. But this was more than a student group. By the early 1900s, Theta Nu Epsilon had spread nationwide, accused of secretly controlling campus politics and elections. Universities tried to ban it again and again, yet chapters reappeared under coded names. Rumors tell of dark candlelit initiations, secret codes, and hidden tunnels beneath campuses. In some schools, it was believed to influence which students received scholarships and even who would become president of the university. By the 1950s, the fraternity had fractured into ghost chapters that communicated through mail and coded newsletters. Theta Nu Epsilon was never officially shut down. It simply disappeared, which might be the most mysterious thing of all. Bohemian Club, California, USA. Power does not always stay on campus. In 1872, a group of journalists and artists in San Francisco created the Bohemian Club. At first, it was a place for creativity and performance, but over the decades, it transformed into one of the most exclusive gatherings in the world. Each summer, deep in the redwoods of Northern California, members meet at Bohemian Grove. They include presidents, CEOs, generals, and media moguls. Ronald Reagan, Richard Nixon, and Henry Kissinger are all said to have been among the attendees. At the center of the grove stands a 40-foot stone owl. During the ritual known as the cremation of care, robed members burn an effigy before it. They claim it symbolizes leaving behind worldly worries. Leaked footage in the 1990s showed the ceremony for the first time. Critics called it occult. Others saw it as theater for the rich. Conspiracy theories say world events have been quietly planned there, including the Manhattan Project and the formation of the atomic bomb policy. Whatever the truth, almost no one outside the grove knows for sure. Studentenverbindungen, Germany. Across the Atlantic, long before the Ivy League, Germany had its own secret brotherhoods. They were known as the Studentenverbindungen. They emerged in the early 1800s, during the rise of Prussian nationalism. Members followed strict codes of honor and took part in ritual duels with real swords. The scars left behind, called schmiss, were worn proudly as marks of courage and loyalty. Their traditions mixed military discipline, nationalism, and ancient ceremony. Many German politicians, judges, and officers were former members. Historians have connected some of these corps to nationalist movements that shaped the 20th century. Their structure, loyalty, hierarchy, silence, would later inspire secret student groups abroad. Even today, some Studentenverbindungen remain active, accused of harboring elitist or far-right ideas. They deny it, calling themselves guardians of history and honor. Either way, their legacy is etched in scar and secrecy. Bullingdon Club, Oxford, England. Moving further west across Europe, in England, power wears a tailcoat. The Bullingdon Club at Oxford University began in the 1700s as an elite dining club for the sons of Britain's wealthy class. It is not a secret society in the traditional sense, but its rules are clear. Membership is invitation only. No records are kept. No outsiders are allowed. Members are known for opulent dinners that often end in chaos. They have been known to destroy entire restaurants and pay in full before leaving in silence. Famous members include Prime Ministers David Cameron and Boris Johnson, as well as former Chancellor George Osborne. Critics say Bullingdon is more than a student club. It is a finishing school for the British ruling class. Rumors persist that many of its alumni maintain lifelong connections that open doors in finance and politics. No one can prove it. But the same faces seem to rise together. Propaganda Do, P2 Lodge, Italy. And then there is P2. Propaganda Do began as a Masonic lodge in Italy in the 1800s. By the 1970s, under a man named Licio Gelli, it had become something else entirely. P2 was a network of politicians, bankers, and intelligence officers. When it was exposed in 1981, police found a list of nearly 1,000 members. Among them were cabinet ministers, military commanders, and the future media magnate Silvio Berlusconi. Documents uncovered by investigators described a plan called the Democratic Rebirth. It aimed to reshape Italy's democracy into a controlled state. P2 was later linked to corruption scandals, the collapse of Banco Ambrosiano, and even to the mysterious death of banker Roberto Calvi, found hanged under Blackfriars Bridge in London. Conspiracy theorists connect P2 to Operation Gladio, a real Cold War program involving hidden NATO networks in Europe. For once, The conspiracy might not be theory. P2 was real. It was powerful. And for years, it operated in the shadows of a democratic state.